This is the Warrior Classic. It's going to be the 12th running now of it. It took a little bit of a hiatus last year, but we're bringing it back, and it was once called the Walta Classic, and today I really want to make this also a celebration of the 31-year coaching career of Jerry Walta. Did a tremendous job of leading the program on both the guys and the girls side, and I'm privileged to take that on as our new cross-country coach at Lakeside. Benefits of this do end up really helping us out with the cross-country program as well, for gear and also for being able to put on events like this.
My favorite memory of being coached by Mr. Walta was probably at state my junior year. We had a fairly good shot at winning it, and I just remember him being all over the course, and thinking at one point in the race, how many different times can he possibly be out here cheering for us? And he was just an animal that day. He was all over it. I think we ended up taking third, but it was a good race for the team.
I remember one race. It was at Wisco, Wisconsin Lutheran, and it's my senior year. And I didn't hear the countdown to the start. So I had my longer shorts on over my uniform shorts. And the race, basically, all of a sudden I just heard the guy counting down from 10. So I started the race with my long shorts on and had to stop like 100 meters in and pull them down and get them off. And I just remember Mr. Walta standing at the corner, probably 200 meters in. I think I was dead last at the time. It's like, Larry, what are you doing? It was pretty good. That was actually my PR that day. Ran a 17:20 or something like that. Maybe that's an exaggeration, but it was my PR, so I recovered nicely. I was pretty upset that I didn't have my shorts off at the start, but not as upset as coach.
A funny memory I had of Mr. Walta was during towards the end of the winter, is like the beginning of track, and we were running on the track, and there was still snow, and for some reason he had his shoes off, so he's running barefoot on the track, and then he just sometimes runners have to be a little crazy, and then he ran through the snow barefoot, and we're all just like, what? But he was totally fine, so it was pretty funny. But then I also loved before every cross country race when he'd just get together and we had a prayer, and he always would be good at motivating us and getting us prepared for a race.
I really enjoyed we went to state that one year and had a lot of fun, and another one of my favorites was just him yelling out on the course and whatever. One in particular, he told me I was a disgrace to the uniform, but it was a good time.
Sorry. I think the one I remember the most, because he was standing right next to me when it happened, somebody yelled, "Let's do it," right before a workout, and Mr. Walta screamed it as loud as he could, and I think he blew out my left eardrum. So that's a good Walta memory I have. There's also when I came across the finish line here, throwing up, I almost pooped myself too. He said, "Hey, at least you didn't die," and that was all he said to me for comfort afterwards. That was pretty neat.
My favorite memory is probably when I broke the 2-mile record. He was there to support me, and he kind of worked me to it, and he just the fact that he was pushing me through the whole time, telling me my splits. That's probably my favorite memory, is when he was right there. We took some pictures, and he just coached me through it.
One of the lessons that I learned from Coach Walta was one of them was how to push myself, that even where I thought my limits were, I could push myself beyond that, so that was huge. And the other one was to glorify Christ in everything I do.
How to work hard and have good endurance and stuff. And he was really good at just having a good role model, always Christ-centered, just a good coach.
A problem I've always had is giving into pain in the middle of a race, and what he really taught me was don't give into pain at any point. It's going to be there no matter when in the race, and you always got to fight through it. So that's probably the biggest thing I learned from Mr. Walta.
So running at Lakeside with Coach Walta, I learned a lot about perseverance, and really got a love for endurance sports from it. And Coach was always a good example, and taught us not only how to be good runners, but also how to be good examples for Christ.
Thank you, Mr. Walta. It's been a great 3 years. I was hoping to finish it off with you as senior, but I just like to say thank you for pushing me to be as good as I am and basically better than what I will be or was. And just thank you for always pushing me to do better in school too, because that's where I struggle the most. And thank you for pushing me to break that record. And thank you just for some great years of coaching.
Thanks for all the years of coaching. It really was a lot of fun.
Thank you for all the time and effort you put into coaching cross country. It was the best years of my life running cross country in high school, and it was so fun. So thanks so much.
Just thanks for all your great years of coaching. It was a pleasure to be there for 4 years, and had a great impact on a lot of people's lives, both in running and in their faith lives. And hope så lär dig